If you think about what we have in front of us, my number one fundamental that I always follow is the cycle. Where are we in the time of the cycle? I'm going to put my racehorse on stuff that's coming out now that I think is quality and has good teams behind it, and I'm going to ride that.
You can win in this game thinking logically, but to make real moves and do crazy things that everybody wants to do, you got to have balls and you got to have the ability of being resilient, because you got to weather the fucking storm in this industry.
A lot of those projects that really do well, it doesn't matter if it's crypto or the .com era, it's the ones that had to focus on their vision, and a lot of times they had tight budgets, so they had to really make it work and figure it out. But in crypto, like, you could raise $200 million and just kind of ride through the bull market, and you don't care. Like, these teams, a lot of them just don't give a shit.
What is Bitcoin at right now?
I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sure somebody in here knows what it's at.
It's just been chopping at 41 today.
It's closer to 50 than 30.
The bears are in disbelief. The bears are just looking in the mirror, yelling at themselves.
What do you think it is about the bears? Do you think it's just guys that don't have any crypto, or do you think it's guys that are just kind of jaded in the industry that might have a lot of crypto, but they're just angry and just not happy people?
Well, it's people that have been hurt, you know? They have PTSD, right? They're traumatized. So they're always thinking the worst before the best, right?
One of those things, it's like when you want something good to happen, but you just say, oh, it's not going to happen, bro. I'm going to gamble. There's no way I win. It's like, it's kind of the same thing with the bears. They're like, Bitcoin's not going to fucking 50, bro. It's not doing it. But inside, they're wishing and crying, hoping that it will go there.
Damn. That's an insane analogy.
You know what the funniest thing is? People getting like super tribalistic on coins that don't give a fuck about them, right? Why do you fighting against money? You're repping it like a friend or something. It's just a fucking coin, bro.
Think about it, like certain coins, it's like an experience, right? Let's say you got in early and you had a journey and you feel attached to it. So it's like your tribe, right? There is that tribalistic nature to crypto, bro. That's really
yeah, but then you lose out on all kinds of money left and right because you're being stupid. Bottom line is it's just being silly, right? You got to stop thinking that way, and then you'll make more money usually. Everybody gets hooked on something and you don't want to give attention anywhere else. But then you end up just losing money, and then at the end of the bull run, you always say the same thing. Fuck, I wish I would have been more open-minded to other things. Because at the end, you realize when everything's down at zero, it's all the same.
I guess you could put it that way. I mean, it just really depends. I think right now is the time to take positions in good early stage projects. And I think if you've got stables right now, definitely start looking at some coins and some projects that you like, right? Because we got a bull run in front of us. There's gonna be a lot of exciting projects coming out.
Right now, I'm loading up on new ones that are popping up. What are you doing more? Are you buying new shit with your stable, or are you buying projects that you think?
Well, it depends, right? A couple months ago, I was really playing around with the low caps a lot more than I am right now. I think you can find good value in some of these caps that are between like 1 and 10 million. If you think about what we have in front of us, my number one fundamental that I always follow is the cycle. Where are we in the time of the cycle? I'm going to put my racehorse on stuff that's coming out now that I think is quality and has good teams behind it, and I'm going to ride that. If you're going to take positions, like 8 months ago, bro, like it was tough to take positions, right? Because when there's blood in the streets, you're supposed to be buying up all the things that you think are good, but it's hard because you have this clouded like veil of judgment over you because it's just been going down for so long, right? Yeah. That's the trickiest part about being a good trader.
You can win in this game thinking logically, but to make real moves and do crazy things that everybody wants to do, you got to have balls and you got to have the ability of being resilient, because you got to weather the fucking storm in this industry, bro. And you have to go through at least one full cycle to understand it. You know, everybody can get lucky here and there, but if you want to be like longevity in this industry, bro, you got to go through full cycles to understand. The first cycle, you fuck up so much. Second cycle, you do a little better. And then the third cycle is when you start getting a little wiser and like really make the money, you know?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, you definitely take knowledge with you every single one, right? Like you just learn from the battle wounds and you take these scars with you. What is the old Conor McGregor saying? It's like, we win or we learn, right? If you made a mistake, you know, try to take some knowledge from that and use it in the next upcoming cycle. Because I think everyone's pretty much confirmed that we're going up and everything's looking good. So I think we're going to have some pullbacks like over the next 6 months for sure. We might have some nice dips, but I think overall the sentiment in the market is completely shifted at this point.
What were you saying about your thoughts on like marketing in a bear market?
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of effort because you have to pay 10 times as much to get 10% of the result. But the problem is the community, they start crying about it, right? Oh, where's the marketing? And a lot of projects will waste their treasuries in the bear market thinking that they can kind of reverse that. The smart projects, what they do is they buckle down and they just build and they keep their expenses down. And then when they get close to the bottom, they're probably sitting in stable and they get back into crypto, ETH, Bitcoin. When you get into a bull market, it gets so expensive expensive to market as well. To get in, they want like a 20 times the listing fee. Marketers, influencers start jacking their prices up. You got to try to time it so that you're right at the beginning of the bull and start getting on top of it to ride that momentum. But it's tough because new projects don't understand this, and so many of them get destroyed in a bear market. It's only the guys that really get it that are able to kind of withstand it.
You know what the worst part about? One of the worst things that can happen to a project is raising too much money in a bull run and then trying to build, because what happens is you raise all this money and then your expenses are fucking ridiculously high. You're paying your team and everybody way too much money. You're doing all this stupid shit, and then the bear hits and all those expenses stay the same, bro. Because everybody still wants to get paid. You know what I mean?
A lot of those projects that really do well, it doesn't matter if it's crypto or the .com era, it's the ones that had the focus on their vision, and a lot of times they had tight budgets that had to really make it work and figure it out. But in crypto, like, you could raise $200 million and just kind of ride through the bull market, and you don't care. Like, these teams, a lot of them just don't give a shit. They're just like, how do we kind of like keep the price going and just kind of shut people up? I mean, it's crazy.